everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age 2. We are in Act 2 officially. We have changed up our hair to more fit our new position in town, at least for how our Astrid Hawke is feeling. She's feeling like she should feel a little bit more presentable now. The first thing we're gonna do... Oh boy, actually, hang on, let me look. We can bring our companions with us. I kind of want to check in with them. Questioning beliefs with Fenris already? Questioning beliefs with Isabella. But no Meryl thing. Okay, we're gonna go to the Hangman first. Yeah, okay, we can go to Meryl's, but she doesn't have a thing. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the Hangman. I kind of want to check in with all our companions, see how they're doing, do their quest. Also, we want to return home after we talk to all our companions. And also, there's going to be new things to do around and in town. Like, who the hell is this?
Anyone knows Karen? Has he, done anything wrong?
You're drunk and on the job? What the hell? Is it daytime too? Like, what the heck?
Shall I get a lot?
You've had enough. Varric told me you found a pair of magical pantaloons in the deep roads. They glow dark and near.
Oh my god, no.
But you work here, right? I'll get more of that air.
Do I look like I work here?
Do you ever feel like the world's getting simpler? Like everything from eating to fighting is a lot less complex than it used to be?
I don't know, sir. He's too psychological for me. Just gonna explore a little bit and then we'll talk to Varric. And I guess Isabella as well. She has a questioning beliefs thing. It's been 3 years. They really wanted to stretch this game out. Oh, I need Varric. As long as they could. Oh!
Don't ingest the merchandise. It's not recommended.
You don't say. Oh yeah, we also have all this stuff from the Deep Road still. Do you want my junk at least? Okay. Okay, let's go talk to Varric. I don't like this robe. I don't want to wear it. Hello, Varric.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble.
Oh. Talking about Anders.
Let me ask you something, Hawke. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
We must have plans. Honestly, for Astrid Hawke, she's just trying to take care of her mother at this point.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
I suppose after the whole business with Carver, it's a good idea to hang on to what you've got.
Yeah.
To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd
And this
cry
dude.
myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawke. You know I can't stand to see a human cry.
A human cry?
So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Aww, friendship. Oh, he's Max now. We don't even have to worry about Varric anymore.
You want a pint while we're here, Hawke? I'll buy.
Aww. Codex updated. Wait. What updated? Characters? Oh. Carver rarely contacts his family since joining the Grey Wardens. His duties have taken him places even a soldier of Ferelden would never have seen. Despite his freedom and authority, Carver sees becoming a warden as another decision that was out of his control. Although the choice to be in harm's way was certainly his. If pressed, he would admit that his grudge is as much about familiarity as it is about family. Even between blights, the Grey Warden oath is a heavy burden to bear. Accepting it can be a long process. Oh, he hates us. I'm sorry. Varric after the Deep Roads. Bianca sends her regards. Bartrand vanished after the Deep Roads expedition, and Varric had to divert his attention from searching for his wayward brother to keeping the now abandoned family business from falling apart. Varric now occupies his brother's seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild, technically. He rarely attends guild meetings and is hardly ever seen actually occupying the chair in the hall that belongs to House Tetris. He prefers to run the Tetris financial empire from his suite in the Hanged Man, and he never replies to his mail. Never replies to his mail. Let's actually bring a party with us, so I don't get, like, caught with my pants down, so to speak. Not having Carver there. So our party, the main party that I'm gonna go with is gonna be these boys. But we'll switch them out as we go along and try to get friendship points and all that. Hey, Fenris. You have 6 points. Oh, you get 2 points. Let's get that. Also, do you want new stuff? Oh, I gave Carver that really good one. I should have saved it for Fenris. Oh, well. Can't change it now. Boots of the Spiral Eye. Look at that. We have the whole Spiral Eye stuff now. Do you want anything cool? Alright, let's talk to Isabella as well. I don't know which one's going to trigger, though. She has 2 of them, doesn't she? Probably ongoing search, questioning beliefs.
It's like you haven't moved in 3 years. It's easier for people to find me this way. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
Isn't that what you said last time?
Oh, you mean when I went digging for that stash?
Yes. That turned out to contain several badly written poems and an
old boot.
It could have contained the relic. I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Okay. Whoa, we can flirt. Okay.
And here I was hoping you'd forgotten.
If I learn anything new, you'll be the first to hear about it.
+5 friendship. Cool. We do need that cunning up, but also. Take a single action. She's pretty up on the friendship route as well. Maybe, no, we should do the questioning beliefs immediately. We should do that. I feel like it's important.
Why do you always win at cards? Because I cheat, kitten. This trinket, it's elven, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back. A jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here.
Aw, we're friends.
The Hanged Man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
And you'll wake up and find someone stolen your trousers.
That's when you know it's a party. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
Whoa. We don't want to flirt, and they took away my sneaky option. I guess we'll do the diplomatic one. I don't want to be aggressive with Isabella.
What do you mean I'm all right?
You don't judge people. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You know, little things like that. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit...
When the what?
Maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
Maybe you would have been shipwrecked sooner. I'm a terrible sailor.
Are you? I suppose I'll have to keel haul you till you shape
Key
up.
haul you? What's that mean? Whoa, where am I going? Whoa, where was she running? Shit, maybe I don't even have to worry about friendship rival meters. I'm kind of killing it. Alright, the next people I want to check in with is definitely Aveline. Maybe we're pretty okay with the friendship rival points. I always stress about it because there is like a very lax timer with some people on this. Okay, I brought Varric back. We started here, so maybe I should take a gander around.
Good day, Sir Hawke.
Make. What a mess. The Arishok has left me out of this action. I can't say I'm upset by that.
Anything in here? Complex. See? Nice.
I love doing that.
We can also talk to this dude.
Well, you have certainly risen through the
I do hope the
Good
Viscount
for
remembers
you.
to eat supper today.
He seems displeased by me rising through the ranks. Seamus!
Seamus, wasn't it? The Viscount's boy?
You're here rather often, Sir Hawke. A good influence, I think. Even by not taking sides, you helped start something. I still accept no blame for defending Kunari. And I don't miss the kinship of the people who oppose what I believe.
I don't like or hate the Kunari. I think we're neutral.
The Arishok asked for me. I think they're a headache, but so are many people.
Fender
You
shook his
already
head.
treated them with more grace than most. Mere existence should not be an offense, no matter how they challenge the Chantry. Not when some of their ideas are so compelling. Another time, when things are better.
This is so interesting. He is very for the Kunari ideals. And I don't think the Kunari ideals are completely crazy. But they do make it seem like...
Guards weren't so illiterate. I had a report come in this morning that was nothing but a bunch of X's.
Are you sure they weren't just denying you, sir? Oh my god, the evil tome. Hold on, we're not doing that. I just want to look around. We were never able to go in here before. It's nice that we can now. A lot of, eagles? Hawks? What would you call those? Decorations. We're ignoring that evil tome for now.
I wish the guards weren't so illiterate.
Alright, let's go check in with Aveline.
I do hope the Viscount remembers to eat supper today.
She's God Captain. Aveline. Aveline. Hi.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed.
Oh.
You'd think the captain of the guard could requisition a Templar or two, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
Dang.
That's why I remain unimportant. Less pressure.
As if the return of the Amels hasn't set Hightown on its ear.
As long as it's off its ass.
Sure, have your fun. But the coin you poured into Kirkwall tipped what balance there was.
Did it? Did it really?
I didn't realize I was making it worse by getting ahead.
I'm just harassing you. Although you are a bit like the center of a hurricane. You've changed fortunes for many people. Not always for the better.
Sounds like you're spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen?
I don't turn people loose like Jevon. There's additional training, doubled patrols. Costs are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take it and argue with Seneschal Bran later.
You know, that's good on her. Literally cost her up, but we're keeping our guardsmen safe.
After the last captain, you couldn't have expected this to be easy.
At least I had the guards on my side. Once they understood, they rallied. And those who didn't weren't fit to hold the crest. Stack friends against the enemies. I don't know if I came out ahead, but it's for the better.
Grouse all you want. But the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
That's right.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try. You among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right. I'm with you if you need me.
Aww.
Just say the word.
Aveline. 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 Okay, we have her fully into here. I guess we could finish it off. She's almost pretty far up. I don't think I've rivaled anyone else but Carver and Fenris, which is hilarious. Alright, since the adventure on the Deep Roads, Aveline settled into her life as the captain of the guard. She has removed the stain of Captain Jevon's corruption and turned the guardsmen into effective enforcers of law and order. Becoming captain of the guard title should have brought Aveline stability, but she has instead found herself taxed by having so many people under her care. She is very protective of the people she commands, to the point of training each guardsman herself and personally reinforcing otherwise simple patrols. Injury rates are lower than ever before, but the guards are beginning to feel smothered. Aveline is utterly dedicated to her job, leaving no time for anything beyond the occasional sidetrack with Astrid. Even that is an excuse to watch over people she cares about. She's a guardian in every waking moment, and she doesn't seem to know how to put it down the weight she carries. You know, I understand that. Aveline. Isabella spent the past several years trying to track down the relic that she lost in the shipwreck. She believes that it's still in Kirkwall, though why she thinks so is a mystery. Despite her insistence that she's keeping a low profile to avoid her old employer, Castilian, Isabella seems to go out of her way to cause trouble. So, she believes that it's still in Kirkwall, though we think it's a mystery. It's because the Qunari are still here. If you know, you know. Okay. Recently, one of her duels involved into a bar brawl that then spilled out into Lowtown, involving over 20 people. The fracas caused a great deal of damage to several merchant stalls. Oh my god. Isabella spent the next 2 weeks in the brig. Guard Captain Aveline allowed her a release, but not before extracting a promise that Isabella would not duel on public property again. Whether Isabella actually keeps this promise remains to be seen. She's also friends with Aveline. Alright, what else is in here? So the guards are feeling smothered, but they're better than ever than under Jevon.
Easy as pie.
Hope the day's treating you well, Sarah.
Don't mind if I just steal stuff from you guys. Don't worry, I'm friends with the guard captain. It's okay. Alright, let's
Please keep it quiet, Sarah.
Meryl really doesn't have anything for us? Okay, we'll go to Fenris next. You know, he's with us. Oh, Fenris, is your mansion cleaned up? No dead bodies? Also, is there any, like, Codex in here? Yeah, no dead bodies. Hey, Fenris, we gotta save. Listen, we gotta save right before we talk to Fenris here. Hi.
So the Seneschal's tax
Ooh.
collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Oh my goodness. She winks at us.
3 years.
Oh yeah.
There's still no sign of Daenerys. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
That is a good question. 3 years for real. If you haven't came after Fenris at this point.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs
Yeah?
to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Daenerys killed him. Either way, if Daenerys is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Well, go after him.
Then this is the perfect time to track him down.
I'm not so certain. Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
I don't know. I mean, what we have done, I know we weren't running from, like, someone who enslaved us, but we started building a life for ourselves. Is that the same thing for Fenris? Does he even know how to build his life? Do what you did before. He doesn't even remember what he did before. I think you should say you build a life. That's what Astrid has done, even though it's not exactly the same.
You take a breath and look around. And start anew.
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
If I ask this, will this negate that?
You don't know who you were.
Fenris was the name Daenerys bestowed upon me, his little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
I mean, it could be. It could be.
I might be able to help with your problems. Or give you a few more.
More problems than you normally do, I assume. You're a beautiful woman,
Oh.
Hawke. Is there no one else who has your attention?
You think I'm beautiful? I don't know how to go.
I didn't quite catch that first part.
I don't need to repeat the obvious, I'm certain. I'm an escaped slave and an elf living in a borrowed mansion. None of those things bother you.
I'm not proposing marriage.
And I'm an apostate refugee. Does that bother you?
You have me there.
You
raise an interesting point. I'll have to consider it.
Okay, consider it then, boy. Alright, Fenris. Since the adventure into the Deep Roads, Fenris has remained in Kirkwall, maintaining a residence in Daenerys' abandoned mansion. That it doesn't truly belong to him has aroused the interest of curious neighbors, and thus the city guard. Aveline has so far deflected their inquiries on Fenris' behalf, however, she's told him in no uncertain terms that the situation will not remain that way forever. Though seemingly unconcerned about the house, Fenris has become increasingly nervous over the last year. He doesn't know if he's actually free from pursuit, or if his former master is planning something even worse. He tries not to think about it, taking pleasure in having a home for the first time in his life, even though his contact with anyone outside of the jobs he takes as a mercenary is very limited. He's very secluded. Do we have a questioning beliefs? Is that what this is? Oh. Well, let me make another save.
last bottle of the Egregio. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
And what's that?
The anniversary of my escape. Astia Vala Firmundis. Care to hear the story?
Firmundis.
I thought you avoided talking about this.
Not on special occasions.
Tell me anything you like, baby boy.
I enjoy listening to you talk.
There are few pleasures greater than speaking with a beautiful woman.
Oh my goodness, Fenris.
Let's see. You've heard of Saharan? The Imperium and the Qunari have fought over the island for centuries now. I was there with Daenerys during a Qunari attack. I managed to get him to a ship, but there was no room for a slave. I was left behind. I barely got out of the city alive.
Whoa.
You escaped only by chance.
That time, yes. There are rebels in the Saharan jungles called Fog Warriors. They found me and took me in, nursed me back to health. I stayed with them for a time, until Daenerys finally came for me.
Whether you wanted to go or not, I assume.
I'd grown fond of the rebels. They bowed to no master and fought for their freedom. It was beyond my experience. When Daenerys came, they refused to let him take me. He ordered me to kill them, so I did. I killed them all.
That's crazy. I don't know if it was some magical compulsion or if he just did it because that was his master and that's all he's ever known.
You gave up.
It felt inevitable. My master had returned and this fantasy life was over. But once it was done, I looked down at their bodies. I felt I couldn't. I ran and never looked back.
And that's when he escaped, after killing the people that tried to fight for him. Oh, it's so fucked up.
Couldn't you have found other Fog Warriors? Become a rebel?
Even if I did, I felt unworthy. I had no way of knowing if I could truly escape from Daenerys then. I didn't even know what that meant. I simply had to get away. I stowed aboard a ship to the mainland and moved south, chased by my former master every step of the way.
I have to wonder why you stayed with Daenerys as long as you did.
You have not been a slave. A slave does not dream of freedom or wonder at possibilities. You think only of your master's desires and what the next hour will bring. It did not occur to me that I could be anything else until I had a taste of it.
But there are stories of slaves rebelling all the time. They did in Kirkwall.
The ritual that gave me my markings also stripped me of my memory.
True.
Whatever I was before may as well have never been. Perhaps if I knew, I might have felt differently.
How well did you know these Fog Warriors?
I knew them only a few months, but in that time, I felt as if I truly lived. They were bold, strong, free with their affections.
Free with their infections.
I was in awe of them and owed them everything. And I turned on them even so.
Didn't Daenerys stop you?
The rebels had wounded him. The soldiers he brought attempted to capture me, unsuccessfully. It was weeks before Daenerys was able to mount the hunt in earnest, but by then, I was already gone.
I don't see why you didn't kill him right there.
I wasn't running from him, not at first. I've never spoken about what happened to anyone. I've never wanted to. You and I don't always agree, but...
Ooh.
But?
I have never allowed anyone too close. When my markings were created, the pain was extraordinary, and the memory lingers. But you are unlike any woman I have ever met. With you, it might be different.
Ooh. So you never licked a lamppost in winter?
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
If there was someone before, I have no memory of it.
Oh.
There was no one after you escaped, even?
I stayed nowhere for long. Who would I trust? I didn't think I needed anyone, or wanted anyone, until now.
God, the facial expressions, the voice actor, I can't. It's just too much. I just love it. We're gonna be forward.
We could find out.
On another evening, perhaps. A last toast, then. To the fallen.
Yeah, when he's not drunk. Oh, flirtatious. Fenris, baby boy.
I remain at your side.
Oh, I remain at your
I
side.
remain at your side.
Baby boy.
We should get going.
Oh, I'm playing as Fenris.
Lead the way.
Okay, so we only have a few more companions to check out. Anders, and then I'm surprised Meryl doesn't have one. Okay, we'll go to Anders' clinic, and we're gonna be in Darktown then, so I guess we'll just explore Darktown. Because, unfortunately, Anders is the only place that doesn't lead you to its own separate area. Love the flirting. I remember falling in love with Fenris when I first played as a teenager. Visit Anders. And maybe we'll go check out on Sebastian as well.
This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
Oh yeah? Anders.
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Oh my god.
Isn't that the point of magic?
Oh no, she had an STD.
I don't want to know.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
Templars? Whoa!
The Templars are hunting you.
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
I want to know about you.
I can't say you've been keeping a low profile.
The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families.
Oh my god.
Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
Is that making it harder for you? With justice?
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
What's the worst that can happen? You turn into an abomination and start... Never mind. Bad joke.
My control is fraying. I cannot hold back justice, or whatever creature he has become, much longer. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. One day, everyone in Kirkwall will have to choose a side.
That's foretelling, isn't it? That's foretelling. Okay, buddy. Okay, let's see what you've been doing. In the past 3 years, Andrew's become more reclusive, verging on paranoid. When not with the Champion, he spends his time among the Ferelden refugees in Darktown, healing their ills and counting on their loyalty to protect him from curious Templars. After his friend Carl was made tranquil, then killed, Andrew was convinced that the Chantry's entire structure must be overturned to free mages, completely from their control. He has joined a group of like-minded apostates who are slowly wearing away Kirkwall's circle by helping other mages escape. The spirit of vengeance inside him has manifested more strongly, making it nearly impossible for him to control himself when fighting Templars. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Alright, let's explore Darktown, and then we'll head back up to Hightown and return home, officially. I'm sure there's like a nice little cutscene about that. The reason I'm exploring Darktown now is because we're kind of forced to be here because of Anders. Might as well get it out of the way. Get some barrels there. Who are you? Carta thugs. Oh, let's use our favorite move. Lift them up, throw them down. Oh my god. Where'd he go? Did he die? Carta. Why are they after us? We didn't do anything wrong to the Carta, did we?
Alone in the dark.
Oh, Fenris needs some more willpower. So does Varric. Jake the Black.
Stay away from me.
Okay, dude, I'll stay away from you. Goodbye. Goodbye. I do wonder if there's anything even here. Evelina.
Do you have a coin to spare, Messer? My children are starving.
Here you go.
I hope this helps.
Thank you. Make a smile on you.
We have the coin to spare. Only 1 silver? I would have gave her a sovereign.
You want, Anders?
You really don't have the temperament for a slave.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I'm just wondering how your master didn't kill you.
How have the Templars not killed you?
I'm charming.
Oh my god, okay. The Enigma of Kirkwall. After pursuing another dead end, we were attacked by Maleficarum. I fear V will not make it. The fences must have tipped them off, and are they cultists trying to protect the answer? Are they after it themselves, or was it a random attack? The mages of Kirkwall have a more troubled history than those in other circles. A greater percentage of them do not survive the harrowing, and a greater percentage turn to blood magic, almost double that of Starkhaven or Ostwick. Is there a secret fraternity delving into the Deventer secrets of the city? Either way, we must be more careful lest we become the band of one, or none. The band of 3. The dialogue.
There's no hope for us here.
I would have gave her 1 sovereign, not 1 silver. The fuck? We have literally almost 100 sovereigns. I think we can give a little bit more money to people so they don't die. Okay, Repentance. Sure, we'll go. I'm gonna go to Meryl. Does she not have anything to, like, you know, to say to us? Does she not care? Ooh, she's got her mirror. It's been 3 years.
By the dread wolf. Why is my house always such a mess when people are here?
Your house
It's
looks
clean
so
sometimes,
clean. Your house looks so clean. I don't know why you think it's a mess. I'm gonna put in the girlies because I want to look at their levels and stuff. We need to get Meryl's friendship up more. Because we're doing her blood magic, aren't we? Alright, girlies, do you want a new staff? Do you want a new... Oh, I would love to give her a new shield, but I'm not. Wait, is that better? Not really, but you get... Nah, it's fine. Oh, I bet you do want a new fucking dagger. That's all we got? What about stuff? She has that blood magic stuff. Okay, girlies, that's all I wanted to do was to check out you guys. What am I doing? Alright, let's go check on Sebastian. Let's officially get him into our party as well. He's gonna be a thing as well. I understand why they brought him after the Deep Roads, after Act 1, but also he just comes so late into the party. It's just like, why even bother with him? Unless you're specifically wanting to be in your party.
Perhaps if we put some flowers there, and some ribbon there.
I guess
Did
we'll
you ever
also
think about killing yourself?
God.
I could ask you the
Jesus.
same thing.
I'm serious. To get out of slavery, to escape Denarius. Don't tell me you never thought about it.
I did not. To kill oneself is a sin in the eyes of the Maker.
Whoa!
You believe that?
I try to. Some things must be worse than slavery.
Some things are worse than death.
Anders is right. Some things are worse than death. But some things are worse than slavery. They're both right. Perspective. They always have the most lighthearted conversations.
Which chases off suitors faster? An overbearing mother or a duck-faced daughter?
Whoa!
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Enough to ask forgiveness for a sin you committed in full knowledge. The Maker blessed us with minds and a conscience. He does not approve when we fail to use them.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the one you wronged.
Oh, snap. We'll get there in a second. We'll get in there 1 second. Oh my god, an evil tome. We're leaving that alone. I don't want to do those yet. Varric.
Piece of cake.
Thank you. Why is there an evil tome in the Chantry? And the Viscount Keep? Why are they there? Hello. History of the Chantry Part 2. I think we read this.
Your grandparents would be so proud of you.
You think?
When I was a girl, the Amels were one of our most prominent families. I'm glad to have one of their line in the estate again. How can I help you?
Just want to talk to you, I guess.
What is the Chantry's stance on the Kunari presence here?
Would it help anything for us to get involved? Or is it more likely to light the kindling? If the Kunari act against us, the Templars will defend Kirkwall. Otherwise, we guard ourselves best by waiting.
How long have you been Grand Cleric?
I became a lay sister here when I was only a girl. My parents died of fever, and I was taken in by the Chantry. Eventually, I took my vows. After I had served for some time, the revered mothers agreed that I should travel to Orlais. The Divine herself appointed me Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. That was near 30 years ago.
Wow, 30 years ago.
You knew my grandparents?
I dedicated your mother into the Chantry. She was a beautiful baby. Your grandmother was a very proper lady, but she was beside herself that day. And your mother put a fist in my eye.
You're useless!
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Kunari and mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush. The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.
Okay. Sure. Hi, Sebastian.
I thought it would end here. That young lady, Hawke, she decimated Flint Company.
I did.
No survivors. Yet, Now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawke, we were just talking about you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
We do love to
said sarcastically.
Well,
you know, I hate it when you do that.
Hawke muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf.
If you two have a moment,
Barry!
I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall.
Oh.
They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
The Harrimans.
Tell me about this family.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Reclusive, huh?
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money, power. It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
This is why the cycle of violence never gets broken.
You jest, but that's the truth. Give this up, Sebastian. Dedicate yourself to the Chantry as you swore.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness.
Speak with her?
But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
Why is everyone looking at me?
I don't know why Choir Boy here didn't yell Hawke to the rescue. That's clearly what he was going for.
If this allows Sebastian to make peace, it is worth doing. You've taken on lesser causes.
Please, I have no one else to turn to. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Okay, Sebastian. Welcome to the party. No, his attributes. Ah, ugly. That's why I'm bringing Varric. He's also a ranged dude. Does this need to be melee? So Isabella has this. Varric's gonna have this. He has this stuff going on. I was also thinking about looking at this. Oh. Okay, let's look at what you got going on. And then let's look at your stuff. Andraste's wisdom, where'd that come from? I think I got rid of all the bows, which is okay because I think we're also about to go divvy out our stuff at our at home. So I think that's okay. Okay, well, Sebastian. So we're probably gonna do his quest immediately, but I'm probably gonna go home first and then we'll go do it. I also want to look at the premium stuff once again and probably sell a lot of stuff. Oh god, I'm playing as him. Blah, blah, blah. He has to know I'm a mage, though, at this point. Does he ever have a stance on me being a mage? Or your mage companions? Alright, everyone. I gotta go home. Maybe we should explore Lowtown and the docks and Gallows first. Oh well, we'll do that after we go home. I want to explore everywhere, and then we want to start doing the nighttime stuff, and we'll do Repentance for this episode. I don't know how long all that's going to take. Because there's new stuff everywhere you go now.
Choir boy, this usurper of yours is 20 feet tall?
Not even close, no.
But he has claws for hands, right?
Fingers. Perfectly normal ones. If a little fat, perhaps.
He eats babies, though, and farts fire.
You're not serious, I hope.
You can't even pretend to be interesting, can you?
Oh my god! Damn! Eric, that was so rude. A lot of people don't like Sebastian.
I like the Chantry. This is the only place in Hightown where the Merchants Guild will come looking for me.
Okay, Merrick. Hello.
Though the land suffer.
Sketchy sketchy on the details. Unwon to competition helps no one. A bunch of foreign assassins are roaming the streets looking for some fool mage. Can't have these people killing without contracts. It's chaos. Go get rid of these fools before they bring the guard down on us. If you played Leliana's song in the DLC in Origins, you would know who this is. Sketch, who was the mage with her. So they bring him back as a little hey.
Yet notices the smallest of deeds.
They bring him back as a little hay. Alright, let's look around a little bit before we go home. But we will be going home. See if there's anything to collect. Anything to look at. Like this guard standing by this rubble. Mine, thank you. Oh, that's the estate. We don't want to go there yet. Or we could, but I'm not. Not yet. I went to go home and divvy out stuff. I think over here? What does Sebastian say?
I have prayed for Andraste to guide us to peace with the Harrimans.
I remain at your side.
I have prayed for Andraste to guide us to peace with the Harrimans.
I've skipped the last 5 guild meetings. Jesus, Varric. Shouldn't you go? Isn't it important? Isn't that important? Guess not. We kind of already been here. Because we had to leave out of the Viscount Keep, but I didn't go up from the Viscount Keep. So let me double check if there's anything here to grab. There might be something over there, but we'll loop back around. I feel like a lot of this stuff, if you care about, excuse me, getting everything is very tedious to go through each year. But I think it's worth it. You get some stuff to sell, maybe some cool stuff to wear. Nothing in there. I'm gonna loop around and then we'll come back to our estate. Anything at the Blooming Rose?
Derek! I haven't seen you in ages. When are you going to introduce me to more of your friends?
Derek?
Hightown is lovely this time of day.
Derek, what does that mean? We're gonna go in here just cause. Maybe we'll see Gamlin.
The guard wouldn't have taken my boy if you'd just been decent to him. You mean if I hadn't yelled, "Stop, thief," when he stole my wages? Fat chance, sweetie.
Whoa. Oh no, things aren't textured again. I don't know why that happens. Now it seems like it's the wooden stuff. Strange. Some of the cheese wheels?
Go on up, sir. They're waiting.
Well,
I need far more dwarven ales.
Just here for a drink myself.
Sure. A mug.
Did you take the perfume out of my room?
What would I want with perfume? Do I look like a woman?
Of course you do, sweetie. You're an elf. And not a pretty one, I'm afraid, but there it is.
Damn. What's that mug do? Why'd I click on that? Okay.
Are you an Andrastian, Fenris?
If I say no, will you attempt to convert me?
Many elves believe in the Maker. I ask only because I wonder if your experiences soured your faith.
My faith was never strong. It's difficult for a slave to have faith in someone who abandoned them.
The Maker didn't enslave you, Fenris.
He didn't help me much either.
And yet you stand here free. Perhaps he helped you more than you think.
Actually, it was me. Are you comparing me to the Maker? I actually helped Fenris escape. Well, for now. He did most of the hard work, but I've helped him keep the people off of him. The bed's not textured. I don't know why it does that sometimes. So interesting. Remember when we fucked the elf? Hey, what the heck? That elf and our brother was like, now? I'm like, yes, now. I miss Carver. I miss Carver. Hey, those dudes that were in here, we never dealt with them. I wonder what that was about. Alright, well, we're done here. Alright, time to finish exploring daytime high.
It's been very exciting working with Hawke.
Are you for real?
It seems like she's involved every time something goes wrong in Kirkwall. I've never had so many opportunities to help people.
All right. I thought I was getting tired of Moody. I take it back. You're making my teeth ache.
He's so happy to help. He's such a good boy. You know, it takes a lot if Varric doesn't like you. You know what I mean? Why'd they make Sebastian? Why did they put him in this game? What was the purpose? To try and include Starkhaven of some kind? Ah, yes, the markets. I need to go through these anyway. We're gonna be selling all this. Personally, we don't need it. Robes of the Void. Batpack, Isabella, Meryl, Fenris. Yeah. Do y'all have anything? We gotta make sure to buy all that. You don't have shit.
I got swords.
Sebastian? Oh, Hubert's not here. Interesting. Even though I might not use Sebastian a lot, we're still gonna try to get his friendship up. I'm assuming friendship.
Might you have something to donate to the needy?
Sorry, Mother, but I've got to look after my needs first.
Dang. That's the truth, isn't it? You should not try to help people if you can't even help yourself. Alright, let's return home officially. Officially. See what's going on. See our mother. Family. Look at her all fancy. Very wet in here. Why is it so wet and shiny? Very fancy, very up from where Gamlin lived. Also, I don't know why we didn't bring Gamlin with us. He's still part of our family. Even if he's shitty. Look at her! She looks all fancy and official. Our bed's not textured. Eveline.
You've settled in nicely.
It's just luck. And skill.
Indeed. Still, more coin never hurts, right? Say, if someone wanted to pass some work your way...
So, how can I be of service this time?
Someone's trying to be a guard. Poorly.
Uh-oh. Who?
Remember Emmerich, the Templar?
The old man?
He wants your help and some sort of official sanction.
Official sanction?
For his investigation. He's convinced that every random murder in the past few years is connected, and he won't be quiet.
Well?
You don't think it's worth investigating?
I have. He even convinced one of my lieutenants to raid the Dupuis mansion. Nothing there. You wouldn't believe how much ass I had to kiss after that. Bloody hobbyist constable. Why can't he spend his declining years building a boat or something?
Seems like it should be easy to prove if there are bodies.
Kirkwall isn't the safest place. That doesn't mean everything terrible is related. There's no sense to that. Can't be.
Muzzle the geezer. Got it.
I would never say that. But if it leads somewhere genuine, I'll pick it up on your word. If he shuts up, that's good too. He's in the gallows. Thanks, Hawke. I appreciate it.
Of course, Aveline. Things she can't do, will do. Look at everyone. Now we can check out all our shit. Hello, Mother.
It's strange living here again. My childhood home. Now owned by my child.
Aww.
It's not something I could have imagined when I was a little girl staring out this window. I'm still grateful you used your money from the expedition to buy back the estate. I feel like an Amel again.
Oh.
I'm going to make the name Hawke one to be proud of in this city.
I don't doubt it. Your father would have said that, with that exact look too. I just wish we could all be together as a family one more time. But I can't spend the rest of my life mourning Bethany and Carver. They're gone, and I can't bring them back. I guess I just
Carver's
need
not
to start
dead.
picking you out a suitable husband.
Wait, what? Carver's not dead, Mom. Also, we look so cute. I love that the hair bun fits perfectly with this aesthetic we have going on.
I've been wondering if I shouldn't remarry.
Oh.
I've seen how you and that elf look at each other. I'm
Mom.
sure the last thing you need is your mother watching over your shoulder every time you come home. But perhaps there is still life once your children have outgrown you.
You've been through a lot. You deserve any joy you can find.
Thank you, love. No one could ever replace your father. But it is refreshing to think I could still be courted at this age.
You're beautiful. Do you know how beautiful she
Brown
looks?
has a son about your age.
You just were talking about how me and Finders were looking at each other, and then you're going to bring up other men?
Hey, look. A partially burned page from Anders' manifesto.
Hello.
If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help. Enchantments? Just so.
He doesn't have a store anymore.
You like the shiny?
I do like the shiny. Let's explore a new home.
All is well. A letter arrived for you. It's on
All right, we gotta read all those.
I'll put messages which come while you're out.
Thank you, Bodon. I just want to look at everything.
That dog. Well, maybe chew marks add character to the piece.
Veda's calendar. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for the telling them when the summer day festival... We've read this. So this is how you're supposed to say this. It is 930 Dragon Age. The 30th year of the 9th age is what you're supposed to say. But I don't see a problem with saying 930 Dragon Age either. As long as you make that indication between them. That's cool. We have read that before. Okay, let's look around.
Is that... Isabella? Who carves that into a stairwell? That's Mother's room. I shouldn't intrude.
Oh, I wish we could see her room, though. That would be nice.
Handprints? Or someone swinging on the chandelier? Sandal.
Also, this is funny, this one right here.
I wonder where Varric is today.
Oh, wait, that's different.
Telling stories about my exploits to anyone who will listen, most likely. I should get some curtains.
You mean these curtains right here?
Maker's breath, put some clothes on, man. Didn't I see this crest hanging somewhere in the Viscount's keep? Didn't I see this crest
You might have.
somewhere in the Viscount's keep?
Oh, our bed's not textured, yep.
Isabella seemed disappointed that she didn't find anything worth gossiping about. Snoop. I think I'll let Sandal empty that.
Is that the chamber pot?
Poor Prince. I told him to stay off the bed. What's this? Oh, Anders' manifesto. Again.
Anders' manifesto, my dude. Oh, then we could just wear this whenever if we wanted to, but we're okay. I like this being our outfit for home. It looks really nice. Ah, and then all our DLC items.
Anders' manifesto. This thing turns up everywhere.
It really does.
I'm proud of you.
Oh.
Love, Mother. I came in and watered your plants. Your friend, Meryl.
Oh.
Well, that was nice of her. I came in and watered your
That
plants.
is nice of her.
Your friend, Meryl. Well, that was nice of her. Anders' manifesto.
Okay, I think we're done. I don't think there's any more.
Didn't Fenris say all Tevinter wine is made from the blood and tears of slaves? I hope he was exaggerating.
You hope he was exaggerating.
Its eyes follow me around the room. Creepy. Another copy
Oh my
of
god.
manifesto.
Brother.
Has he been stuffing them into all the books?
That's what it seems like, doesn't it? Alright. I'm probably going to take a gander into all these boxes. Well, if we just accept them all. I do have a storage in my, in my house. So, let's look at what we may want. Malcolm's Honor. Improves with level up. Oh. Improves with level up. Freedom's Promise for Anders? Parlothan. Oh, I wish I could see it. Okay, well, that's another thing I can't see. We're gonna have to take our time with this. I'm gonna put in everything that I can't use. Well, maybe I should have kept all these, actually. Put in all this stuff that I can't use for sure. Par's level 15, so we can't wear that. Level 17. Can't wear that. Boots of the Frozen Waste. Wow. Oh god, and then all this stuff. Hold on. Two more boxes? Damn. Damn! There's not a limit. It doesn't seem like there's a limit for the storage, so that's good. This is probably all things I don't want. Inventory full. Seems like our codex is also updating somehow. I probably shouldn't have downloaded the warrior stuff or the rogue stuff, but, you know, here we are. Here we are. I can't even get it all. Okay, hold on. I do want to read all my letters. Night terrors. Oh my god. I hope this letter finds you well. I've often thought of you in these past 3 years. Without your kindness, my Fainreal would have been long since sold to slavers. Instead, he has thrived and begun to master his magic. But now his nightmares are caught up with him, and neither the Keeper nor the First Enchanter know how to help. I don't know where else to turn. Please come to my home in the Alienage. I'll be waiting to speak with you. Thank you again for the compassion you have shown Fainreal in the past. Ariani. Okay. The Underground Railroad. Many people in the city owe you their lives. I am one of them. When my friends and I were concerned by Templars, you helped us escape. Over the years, most Darkhaven apostates have been captured, but thanks to the help of my people, I have remained free. You've done so much for the apostates. If you are moved to do more, contact Mistress Selby near the dock. She knows of many ways you could save more lives. Terry! Oh, Terry did survive! Okay, I saw that she had a name when we went to go do that quest in the first act. I didn't know this was this Terry. Cool. A note from Fainreal. Life with the Dalish hasn't been easy. Keeper Mary already tries her best, but I don't know what else she can do for me. The younger elves won't accept me, and I often hear them whispering behind my back. The elders have more discretion, but I can see it in their eyes. They're afraid of me. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Sometimes it feels like you're the only person I can trust. Aww. Feeling inadequate? Flag flying at half-mast? Does your shoulder not stand to attention? Does your dwarf shy away from the deep roads? Come to Jorman's apothecary and ask for our special sauce. Our special sauce is infused with the essence of 52 herbs. It's completely natural, completely safe, and absolutely effective. You'll never feel the same again. Be the man our other men want to be. Be the man you deserve to be. Well, I'm a woman, so... Not the spam in your in your letters. From Elrin. Miss Sarah Hawke. Words aren't enough to convey how grateful I am. Thank you for saving my daughter from that monster. When I look at my little girl, I'm reminded of what you did for my family. Is this the elves? With Kelder? Leah had found a hero in you. She's become interested in swordplay and combat, and she speaks of joining the guard one day. She seems none the worse for wear. Aw, cool. A message from Price. Sarah, I'm glad to hear that Ethereal took no vengeance on you for helping me. I surely would have died in her service. My sisters are both maids now, and I have proven myself to be an able shepherd and have been granted 2 ewes of my own to start a flock. Hey, I heard you made a name for yourself in Kirkwall. My hopes for your continued success. That's nice. Transcribed by the lady of the house for Price. A strangely official-looking letter. Dear Sir or Madam, I am Lord Akim Falk of Starkhaven. I have faith in the Maker and Adraste, his beloved prophet, that I must bring this matter of urgent business to you. Years ago... Oh, it's longer than I thought. Years ago, I served the office of Seneschal to the royal family of Starkhaven. Sadly, they have been ousted by a foul usurper. I represent His Royal Highness, Prince Corbian Vale, the true heir to the throne, and with your help, Maker willing, we will see him wear the crown of Starkhaven once more. His Highness had a fortune of 11,000 sovereigns locked away in the vaults of the Royal Bank of Antiva. Not the other spam. With access to this fortune, he can raise an army to retake the throne, but it is too dangerous for His Highness to simply withdraw the funds himself. This is where we require your assistance and discretion. Simply send me the details of an open bank account in Kirkwall and I'll arrange for that the funds are transferred to you. My king will then contact you to retrieve his fortune, leaving you a hefty reward. I must warn you, the Antivans will not consider the account viable if it contains less than 100 sovereigns. Please observe the utmost confidentiality. Okay. A strange letter from Lovering. Hawke, heard you got to the free marches. Don't know why you bother, but I suppose it's better than Orlais. They got spiders up there, big ones. Couldn't swing a dead cat around here without hitting a giant spider. But the giant drove him off, Maker. Dark days ahead, mark my words. A man can't even cover his blighted land with poisonous traps. Oh no, it's the dude with the traps that we helped in Origins. A note addressed to Gamlen. Payment is now 2 months late, sir. Interest occurs, as you are well aware. You'll find yourself barred from our establishment unless payment is made. Think, no better cardship or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken and let us avoid further unpleasantness. Did Gamlen send this to us so we can pay his debt? I will do it. I will take care of Gamlen. A message from Lovering. Dearest Leandra, I hope you and the children are holding up. I'm so sorry about Bethany. Such a dear girl. I remember her helping me weed. The blight has taken too much from us. Thank the Maker for the hero Ferelden and the Grey Wardens. Things are slowly getting back to normal in most of the country, but Lothering's gone for good. We hope to rebuild there, but the blight poisoned the land. It'll take decades for the earth to recover. It may never. Redcliffe is a nice place, and I'm starting to see it as home. The village saw some trouble during the blight, but it's recovering. Perhaps you could visit sometime. Please write me again, my dear. I wish to hear about your life in Kirkwall. Send my regrets and fond regards to the children. Your friend, Miriam. Miriam. Family letters. Astrid, how are you? Hope all is well? Things are good here, I suppose. Grey Warden legends do fail to mention a few things, though. I've yet to do anything remotely glorious or honorable since arriving. In fact, most of it is painful, dirty, often horrific work. Thanks a lot. In case you forgot, it's your fault I'm here. Okay. The positive is I'm alive and part of something greater. I have a chance to prove myself. Maybe I'll even step out of your big fat shadow. Thing is, Ferelden already has a hero that stopped the blight. Pfft, big deal, right? Say hello to Mother and Gamlen for me. Carver. Carver. Oh, Carver. We're just gonna step outside into Hightown. I'm probably gonna do some, inventory stuff. I don't know if I'll include it. I might. I like showing what I put on people. But it's mostly all this stuff that I'm gonna be divvying out. Alright. First of all, let's just focus on this stuff. The damage isn't as great, but... Might of the Sea. I just want to look at it. They're supposed to look really cool. Whoa, that one's chunky. Whoa. And then this one? No. Which one? The Dogs of War? You get a hammer? Okay, it's between these two. Let's see. The Dogs of War has slots though. We'll keep him with that. We'll keep him with that. Also, is there anything here for you? Specifically for Fenris? Fenris! There might be, like, also some other things for him in there, but let's, look at Isabella next. Fiona. Oh, those two go together, huh? Is Fiona the blade for... Hold on. I think that's from Inquisition Fiona. Or it just might be a coincidence. Fiona kind of sucks. I kind of want to give her either Jarvia's Shank or Barrett's Revenge. Oh, then they won't match. I want them to match. That's the problem. Is there anything for you here, Isabella? Oh, Lady's Choice. Maybe there's just one ring for everyone? I don't know. Oh, well, he gets a necklace. He already has a nice necklace. Does he get a ring? Or a belt? Yeah, he does get a belt. I kind of want to give him this. Wait. Yeah. The Ring of Whispers. Fenris, what do you want from all this? Do you... I wonder if he gets his own... I also need to figure out what I need to wear. Robes of the Pretender? That looks so cool. Oh. We could have been looking cool this whole time. Oh, I can't wear this? Oh, that's for warrior. Did I accidentally put up a... I like this one a lot. Ooh, got the claws on one hand. Level 11, level 9. Okay. Cunning, huh? That's crazy. This one's crazy. Enemies drop more coin. Enemies drop better equipment. Actually, I might put this on for me. I don't know if he'll have his own special stuff, so I'm just gonna give him some, this stuff real quick. Because I want him to be souped up. Looking good. He'll probably be the most in our party, and then next to Varric. The pearl, is that not just for her? It is for her. Restriction her. Damn, I didn't see that. So they all get a necklace? Do I not have his necklace? Maybe I have it. Maybe it's in that other box that I haven't looted all the way. Okay, let's,
You know, if you need advice on how to lay low, I can give you some.
Being short would make for an excellent start, I suspect.
Keep that up, Sirad, and you can keep on hiding like a rank amateur.
What would you suggest, Varric? Cower in the shadows like a rat?
You could try wearing something that didn't scream, I hate you all, I was a slave.
The markings would still show.
Really? Through anything? That's kind of cool.
Excuse me.
Through clothes? We'll read the Codex too in a second. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one, that one. I ain't going back. Honestly, I'd probably get rid of a lot of these. Because like this, I'm not gonna wear. If it looks nice, I might want to wear it. I don't care for these, to be honest, now that we're getting our own really cool stuff. Alright, let's run back. I actually really like how this one looks. It looks nice. But she does look very magey. We'll pull out another group when we exit out again.
Good to see you again, sir. Everything's quiet here in the mansion.
Good. As it should be. Fenris, there it is. Damn. Carver! No, I should have given him his stuff. No. Well. We don't need these in our inventory. So close, so close. Where's Barrett's stuff? This can go in because we're not going to give that to Isabella. Okay. We're looking pretty cool now. How are we feeling, everyone? How are we feeling? I'll save a shield for her for later. Let's see. Spirit damage, physical damage. How do they all look? Oh, we can't really see it, can we? What if I take that off just for a second? Oh, it gives her a default one. It's like a axe. It's like an axe. It's all approved with level up, so... Where's Wesley's shield? Put that back on. And you got your special stuff, don't you? No? Wait, why does Meryl get 2 things? Why don't you get a special pendant? What? Wait, here's something. Do you get a special belt? She does. Okay, she does get something special. I wanted to give you... I guess I'll give you one of these. Alright, Meryl, you're next. Do you want this? Staff of Parlothan? Valen? I can speak. I feel like Freedom Problems looks so good, but I think that's for... I think we should give that to Anders. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, so she has 2 magic amulets to give her. Is that what I saw? No. She gets a ring. Health regeneration rate would be good for you, and I guess I'll give you that one. Anders! I gave her all the good rings. I should have. Maybe we'll find good rings. Even though I'm probably going to be using Anders more. Oh well. You want this? And you get this. Cool. And then if you want rings of some kind, I'll have to give you some better rings later. We still haven't even looked at Sebastian. What do you have on right now? This is way better. Oh. Alright, let me go sell all the warriors.
You're incredibly talented, Meryl. I can see you were meant for great things.
Oh.
Thank you.
But you're stupid.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't you think it would be better to work on where you are now, instead of recreating old glory?
No, that's kind of the opposite of what I've been saying.
Nothing to
I'm the stupid one. Whatever.
No one understands. Oh my god, I have Andraste. That's what I have. Oh my god. Okay, anything for a warrior or a rogue, we're gonna get rid of. Free money. Well, it's all 1 copper. It's not really that crazy. Dang, they think Meryl's stupid, but she's not stupid. That's the whole problem here. I don't want to accidentally sell a mage thing. The reason I'm selling this is because outfits are only for me, and I'm never gonna be a rogue or a warrior. So it's might as well just get rid of them so they're not even in my inventory anymore. I think they really outdid themselves with the outfits in this game as well. Level 15 mage. See, I almost got rid of it. Rogue. Mage. Rogue. Mage. Rogue. And all this other stuff. Maybe I'll keep it just in case Sebastian needs it. Like, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Whoa. This outfit looks really cute. I might just keep this one on for a little bit. Alright, let's go in one more time, get the rest of the stuff out of the thing, and then we'll pull in some other people. Read some of the stuff.
If you need me for anything, by all means, let me know.
We got all that. I don't want that. I want the stuff. And I want my stuff back. Because we're gonna need that. Maybe we'll do some ruin stuff. I'm not sure yet. Let's not worry about that right now. Alright, one more time. We'll do it one more time. In and out. Pinterest, Sebastian. Alright, Sebastian. You're really the only one I'm going to be looking at here. Ooh. That looks cool. I think this one's really cool. I think you should wear that one. And then I think you have stuff. They would not give you things, yeah? And then we have some other things that I don't think we're gonna care about later on. So we'll probably just get rid of them. Like hindsight. Oh, we'll keep Carver stuff. Oh, Fenris. Fenris. Actually, here you go. Oh, we gave him the hammer? Did I do that because of the stuff in it? That's fine. We'll keep these as well for Carver, maybe later. Let me go sell the rest of the warrior stuff.
You must forgive your brother.
Oh.
While you were off playing Prince, Bartrand trapped us in the deep roads and left us to die.
When you hold on to anger, it colors everything you do. You escaped the deep roads. You built a life without your brother. Do you still want him haunting you?
Oh, go find some beggars to sing to, will you?
Also, Sebastian, aren't you doing the exact same thing with your family? That's kind of hypocrite. That's kind of like, what? Shouldn't you forgive and forget the people that killed all your family then? If that's how you feel? What the heck? I guess he's rival with frickin' Varric out here. Who rivals Varric? I don't think I've ever rivaled Varric. Okay, dokie. Get rid of that one. Let me see if this is actually the outfit I want to wear. I think it might be. Holy shit. Look how good it is. Level 6, huh? Level 7. Level 6. Level 11. I think that goes with this outfit, actually. Winter Crossing? No, maybe not. Level 9. Level 7. Level 9. And then I can't wear these other ones. Do these level up with me? No. So, I probably want to sell... Oh god, I'm probably gonna take a picture of what I need to sell because I'm not gonna remember all these names, to be honest. Let me just do that with my phone real quick. Alright, and let's sell all this. We'll keep these and put specifically Carver stuff up. And then the other stuff as well. And then... honestly, might want to get rid of Apostate's Courage. I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much because they're not even worth any money. But I want to get rid of them because I don't want them in my inventory or my box. I'm assuming you can also get rid of this one. And these are the ones I keep. The Might of a Stin. I didn't realize we should probably get rid of the ones that only do like, they're like really low leveled. Like these one we should keep. Level 17. There's so many of them. 2% XP gain. Don't need that one. Probably don't need these ones either, because I don't think Sebastian will be using these. Alright, we good? I'm gonna go back inside and put stuff up. I really do like this outfit. It looks nice.
I hope all is well.
Yes, Bodad. All is well. All is well.
So again, how thankful I am you've allowed Sandor to remain. He seems very happy.
Of course. Okay, let's actually read some of the Codex. That we apparently unlocked. Items? Okay, here we go. Oh my god! There's so many! The long trek. Malcolm would never tell his wife or young children where he was from. It was a bloody tale that forever gave him nightmares. When their love was still fresh, Leandra once pressed him on the subject. All he would say is, "Freedom's price is never cheap. That was 100 leagues and a lifetime ago." His haunted gaze lingered on his favorite boots, and he would say no more. The fugitive's mantle. Malcolm Hawke ranged the breadth of the free marches as he ran from the Templars who pursued him. He often posed as a mercenary, and his substantial martial skills easily secured him positions in the different bands. On one assignment for the Crimson Oars, he was sent to Kirkwall, the seat of Templar power in the region. He had every intention of staying there briefly, but fate had other plans. Malcolm's bequest. In Kirkwall, Malcolm met Leandra, and despite all common sense, courted her. The few times Leandra managed to slip away from her family, Malcolm showed her a whole new world, something completely different from her cloistered existence. It was dangerous, forbidden, and she quickly fell madly in love with the dashing Malcolm Hawke. These stolen moments would end all too soon. One day, while fighting the cartel on the docks, Malcolm used magic to save the life of the Crimson Oars leader. The Kirkwall Templars were alerted, but Malcolm wouldn't flee the city without seeing his love one last time. He devised to meet her at the masked ball for the visiting Orlesian Empress. Disguised in Orlesian robes, Malcolm slipped past the Templars to dance with his love. At the end of the night, Leandra would not hear his goodbyes and chance at happiness rather than face her gray, prearranged future. Malcolm and Leandra ran into the night and never looked back. Whoa, that's so, like, fairy tale-esque. Excuse me? Malcolm's honor. Malcolm and Leandra fled across the waking sea to a new life, away from the cold shadow of the gallows. It took some doing, but the vastness of Ferelden allowed them to fall beneath the notice of their Templar pursuers. They settled in the small village of Lothering, where Malcolm made every effort to ensure that his children didn't fear magic, and were well insulated against those who did. Malcolm had picked up a trick or two, here and there, and this deceptively simple staff shows the breadth of his knowledge. More an ongoing project than a specialist tool, it is the handiwork of someone comfortable with the life he must live, for as long as he was granted the opportunity to live it. Aldion's vestments. To all appearances, he was a hedge wizard hailing from the Frostbacks, perhaps Alamari, but from the wildlands if so. Venerable, certainly worthy of respect, but not commanding it. When he stormed into my master's feast hall and offered his service in resounding voice, there was laughter at his audacity. Several bondsmen offered to remove the miscreant, but before they could grab him, the mage lifted his staff and bondsmen fell to the ground. Each time they stood, they slipped again, and their antics were met with laughter. Arl Tenedor, an elder, who was not long for this world, demanded to know who this arrogant invader was. "I am the beginning of the end. I am Luckbinder, Spellweaver, and the Keeper of Secrets. I am here to build a kingdom. I am Alden the Wise, and if you haven't heard of me yet, never can you say the same again." His voice boomed, silencing all. His magic was potent, and the Hard gave him a wary look. Tenedor accepted him as his advisor that day. Then, when Tenedor the Younger rose to his father's seat, he took Aldens into service as well. I sat with the mage in many councils, and although his magecraft was greater than even the Tevinter Magisters, many believed his advice to be folly. He had a little appreciation for the hard truths of our lands, they said. Compassion, mercy, justice, they matter not when Terran Simeon invades your land, subverts your nobles, and takes what's yours. He grew bitter and impatient with us and ours, and these sentiments were often returned, but others could see he had a vision of something better than the endless petty wars of Terrans and Arls. Oh my goodness. We're going to be reading it all. I've never read these before. When Arl Meriden besieged us, a youth named Calenhad was sent to meet the Asp, but all expected a treacherous end. Yet the boy returned, to great acclaim, and announced there would be no terms. Alden was taken with the foolhardy honor the boy displayed, and seemed to awaken from his dark dream. The mage told Tenedor the Younger he would lend his aid for this battle, but after that he would serve another. Tenedor accepted his resignation with relief more than anything. By the end of the siege of the Western Hill, Arl Tenedor was no more. It was Calenhad who defeated Mirrodin in single combat and became Terran Calenhad. Aladin was named his chief advisor. Wow. Freedom's promise. As Calenhad grew into a man, one great contentious issue separated him from Althedan, Calenhad's faith. As biddable as Calenhead was on some subtopics, never would he back down for matters of honor or Andraste. What Aladin believed only Aladin knew, but he most certainly did not believe in the Maker. The friends' arguments grew only hotter as the years passed. But that aside, the union of Calenhead's peerless honor and Aladin's ingenuity overcame every obstacle set before them. Rivals turned into friends, treacheries were uncovered, and impossible battles won. But as we turned to Terran Simeon, no one rested easy. Terran Simeon's hosts outnumbered us many times over. He controlled the holy city of Dinram. Many great and terrible warriors had sworn him fealty. Aladin conceived a plan to enlist strong allies, and Calenhead went into the Brazilian forest to make it so. But unbeknownst to the mage, Calenhead had made contact with the Chantry. When Calenhead returned to the head of the Ash Warriors as Aladin expected, so as well did Templars and Circle Mages join our hosts. Aladin was in a fury such as I've never seen. He wanted a kingdom of free men, of moral people beholden to law, where a common man could tend his land safely and in peace. He lifted his staff, and his voice echoed through the hills. A civilization cannot be civil if it condones the slavery of another. Ooh. Anders would like this dude. And that is what this circle is, but by accident birth, those mages would be free to live, love, and die as they choose. Their circles will break. If it be 1 year, a decade, a century, or beyond. Tyrants always fall, and the downtrodden always strive for freedom. Then Aladin left, and although Lady Shauna slew Simeon that day and Calenhead ruled a united kingdom, my liege was not the same without his mentor and friend. We live in a kingdom built on the dreams of two great friends, and we are all lessened by Aladin's departure. Well, dude, like, there's a lot of reading. We might stop here because there's a lot, and we'll read these in sections. Robes of the Pretender. As the Chantry hold on the new kingdom grew and Aladin's rebel mages were claimed one by one, the great Calenhead came to regret letting the circle form in his kingdom. Certainly he missed his old friend's counsel. And then Calenhead disappeared, leaving crown and kingdom to his unborn son. One story says he tracked down Martelrel, the elusive, the only one of Aladin's apprentices who was never captured. Calenhead managed what the Templars could not and found the mage. He asked Martelrel where Aladin had fled to, but Martelrel refused him. The next night, the king asked again and was again refused. Okay, where was it? So he began to tell Martel his whole life story. After a full week, the king reached the end of his tale, and Martel heard the regent in the king's words. The regret, sorry. So the mage broke his solemn vow and told Calenhead where his old master had gone. Calenhead thanked him and left to find his truest friend. Whether Calenhead ever found Aladin on what they said and whether they made amends, only the Maker knows. But that's the last anyone ever saw our king. Wisdom's Eye. Although his vestments are legendary, Aladin also weaved many subtle and potent enchantments into his cap during the years he fought against the Circle Tower of Ferelden. He claimed he could use Wisdom's Eye to even see the future. Interesting. Certainly in the innumerable times he and the other rebel mages escaped, Templars led some credence to the claim. When Aladin's band numbered fewer than the fingers of one hand, he donned his hat and meditated a full day. When he awoke, he said the Maker and the Circle had won, and he bade his apprentices run. He was never heard from again. Air of Confidence. After averting a disaster at the Circle of Markham, Evra was given this ring by the first enchanter. Though the Air of Confidence is not as eye-catching as his other famous ring, it is said that Evra always wore it, even when sleeping. The exact magical properties of the Air of Confidence are a subject of much speculation amongst minstrels. Amulet of Ashes. A ruined piece of charred wood hangs from its setting of half-melted gold. Holding it over an open flame, however, reveals its power. In the flickering flames, the gold recedes into some former shape while the wood turns brown and reveals its grain. Blood Dragon Armor. Commissioned by the infamous Navarran dragon hunter, this armor is crafted in a time when dragons had almost been hunted to extinction. Infused with the beast's blood, the armor gained notoriety after the hunter died at the hands of men rather than the dragon it was designed to protect him from. Well, that's ironic. Hayter's Razor. In Kirkwall's seedier quarters, fortunes have been built on the slave trade. This ancient dwarven blade undoubtedly commanded a high price, but Hayter could clearly afford it, who says crime doesn't pay. Duel's Blue Flame. This weathered silver element has passed through many hands over the years. The deep blue sapphire almost glows in a certain light. Although time has faded its intricate engravings, the amulet has a certain majesty about it. Ephra's Trophy Belt. This grisly belt is filled with monstrous teeth, chipped blades, scraps of fur, and armor fragments. Each piece is said to be a trophy collected by Ephra during his many adventures. Ever's might. Whenever gained notoriety by defeating the Blood Sisters of Vinchtel, he was wearing his signature ring. Although the massive size of the solid gold ring attracts attention, it served a more practical purpose for Evra. He used it to punch demons in the face, sometimes felling them in a single blow. What the heck? Fade Shear. The core of this blade is as old as the first smiths who sought a way to battle the nightmares from the land beyond. It has fought the demonic host in countless battles. Sometimes it has been held high in triumphant victory. Other times it has lain broken beside its dying owner. But after every defeat, it has always been reclaimed, reforged, and made stronger. Fade Shear has passed through many hands before yours. Now it is your turn to make the demons of the Fade pay for crossing the veil into the waking world. Boots of the Frozen Wastes. Temperatures in the Frozen Wastes can become perilously cold. The barbarians that live there favor boots like these to protect against frostbite. The barbarians, who are generally hospitable and friendly, often present these as gifts to travelers. Hindsight, that's a long one. There are more famous swords than you could count. There are helms beyond numbering. There are breastplates, daggers, and even mystical footwear that roll immediately off the tongue. There are storied rings, gloves, and even bags invoked around a camp's common fire, but belts? There are very few noteworthy belts. It was here that the dwarf Thalid Hammerspur decided he would make his mark. Here he thought, between the tunic and the trousers, it will stake my claim. He was familiar with the state of the art. Of course, as an artificer making a name for himself in Orzammar, he had access to the typical verbose record-keeping of the forges. He knew of the drunkard's chinch and the pouch paw, but there was no poetry to them, no lineage. They were parlor tricks, the domain of hawkers and pawns. He wanted a belt whose buckle gleamed with purpose. But what purpose? He worked on it from time to time, waiting for inspiration to strike. In the meantime, he needed something to keep his pants above the knee, and though he might as well wear the damn thing. He did so until after an especially memorable night at Tapster's Tavern, he managed to fall into his own forge. Shoveling out his remains, they found among the grey ashes his belt, somehow mercifully preserved. Hindsight is a belt possessed of a strange, slow intellect. Whatever would have killed the wearer does, and at the very moment, the belt develops a resistance that would have saved its owner. No one knows how Thalid managed this, and at this point, it would be difficult to ask him. When the belt is held in the light, just so, the leather reveals a grisly catalog etched in glinting lyrium. Thalid Hammerspur Fire, Gorgut the Wizened Poison, Vil Arak stabbed 43 times, Halath Baronet Witches. Witches? It went on like this for many years until it fell into your possession, your temporary possession. The irons. Fashioned from the black steel of Kirkwall's infamous iron foundries, minor safety harnesses such as this one have protected their hardy wearers since the days when the Tevinter Imperium last claimed the City of Chains. Sir Isaac's armor. Is this... The chilling tales of Sir Isaac of Clark are a favorite of bars performing the wee hours of the night. In dank taverns throughout Thedas, these horror-filled stories captivate listeners and bring nightmares to those of faint of heart. Is this Isaac Clarke? Is that who is the main character of Dead Space? I want to look that up real quick. Tabbing out. Is that Dead Space? It is! That's cool. Ivo family's crest. Evolving over the years, the crest of House Ivo has become much more ornate than Paragon Ivo's original design. This ancient golden amulet bears the original crest. Though the engravings are simple, the stark lines are somehow deeply stirring. The Lions of Orlais. At the height of the Summer War, all of Orlais was embroiled in fierce battles. Over the course of the war, dozens of contenders for the imperial throne emerged, most long forgotten except as footnotes in scholarly tomes. But everyone remembers the gallant young Lord Emile Devereux, the Golden Prince. Thought outnumbered at every turn, he racked victory upon victory, accumulating in the 7th Battle of Roses. While wearing the shield, he broke through his uncle's vanguard to win the day. He never knew the taste of defeat, instead meeting his end at the hands of a jealous lover in the dead of night. Oh my god. Can we read these if they're short? The staff of Partholin. During the Exalted March, the Tevinter Imperium was in chaos. Magister Partholin and 2 high-ranking magisters were sent to Kirkwall to put down the slave uprising before it spread to the entire empire. However, the Legion never arrived at Kirkwall. No one knows what happened to the party, Magister Partholin or his fabled staff. Ah, why is this one long? Longbow of the Avars. We investigated the area as per your instruction. It seems Warden Fiona is correct. It was once a dwarven fortress that one of our scouts called Kulbaris Regardless, it has fallen to ruin in the taint now. Despite Fiona's description, there were no darkspawn to be found, if they were ever present. They have since moved on, which, if you ask me, seems highly unlikely. Her tale of this darkspawn who speaks must be a product of a fevered imagination? The architect? The architect? There are no signs of a library in the fortress, no any indication that the Grey Wardens or King Merrick were there at all. One of the men did, however, find something in the section of the deep rows not far away. A longbow of Avar origin amid darkspawn corpses, the age being hard to judge considering how the creatures deteriorate. I suspect the bow belonged to Kell apt Morgan, the warden who sacrificed himself to facilitate Fiona's escape. If so, he put up an impressive fight. We found no evidence of his bodily, sadly. I shall send the bow to you in Weishaupt. Whoa. From a letter found on the body of a courier killed by bandits. No! So they didn't even send it to Weishaupt. It didn't even make it. Bard's Honor. That one's also long. Curious thing, Perrin. I found the axe among Kaelin's belongings wrapped in damask cloth, and initially I thought it might be another gift from the Elysian harlot. It was a pretty enough thing, and the markings on the blade certainly seemed imperial. I even went so far as to confront Kaelin on it with it, and do you know what he said? The axe was of personal importance to his father. So why wasn't it buried with his ashes, I asked, because my mother wouldn't have approved. I wonder if he was lying, but Kaelin's terrible at it. I did some digging, and you are aware that there was an elven woman seen in Merrick's company shortly before the Battle of Riverdane? There was a rumor, I understand, that they were lovers, and that she was a bard. Was Merrick being blackmailed? I wonder if this has anything to do with that mysterious bequeathment to those elven families in Orlais. Of course, I had Kaelin dispose of the axe immediately. From a letter written by Queen Honora Ferelden. What? Okay, this is they're building lore around Alistair and his mother. They say that Alistair's mother was a maid, and a human maid, but it's not true. I'm pretty sure this elven woman, is Alistair's mom. So that's cool. Arms of the Riverdane. The Battle of Riverdane is among the most famous in Ferelden's history, fought at the onset of the Dragon Age in a bid to secure the country's independence from Elysian rule. The Ferelden army was cobbled together from commoners and bands who had turned against the Elysian usurper, King Megrin. Even so, under the leadership of Logan MacTyr, they scored an astonishing victory against a large force of chevaliers fording the Riverdane. Afterwards, Logain was held as a Ferelden legend, and for a time veterans of the battle enjoyed similar status. The soldiers' possessions became prized mementos. In particular, the suits of armor belonged to those early supporters who joined Merrick after the death of his mother, Mora, the Rebel Queen. Folktales suggest that the Maker's blessing lives on in the armor those brave warriors wore on that fateful day. Fiona! Okay. Oh, I'm wearing out, guys. I want to read the lore, though. Duncan became Ferelden's commander of the Grey in 910 Dragon, assuming the mantle from Commander Polara, under whom he had served since the Order's restoration in Ferelden. Polara, who hailed from Mentiva, had built an amiable relationship with King Kaelin. She overcame many of the objections of Taran Logain, who had argued sternishly against the Order returning. After all, the Wardens had attempted to overthrow the Ferelden throne centuries before. When Polara disappeared, perhaps recalled to Weishaupt, although none in Ferelden saw her leave, nor have seen her since. Did Logain kill her? Duncan bequeathed to her son a silverite axe of great value. Duncan said he had wielded it with a twin in younger days, back when he had been a far different man. He named the axe Fiona, after a warden who inspired him, and suggested that the son ought to take similar inspiration from his mother. It's unknown what became of Polara's son, other than that he fled Ferelden during the same blight in which Duncan perished. Oh. Arms of MacTyr. Taran Logain MacTyr was not born a nobleman. It is said his family descended from freeholders in the Western Banor, a region known as Oswin. His father, Gareth, would have had no surname of his own. He likely would only have described himself as of Oswin, or Ben Aswin, as the Weegian would have been known in the Old Tongue. The name MacTyr means son of the land. It was bestowed upon Logain by King Merrick after the Battle of Riverdane. The Ferelden people consider the name highly appropriate. To them, Taran Logain was the son of the entire nation, and he was famously said to have told a crowd that Ferelden would forever be part of his blood. After Logain's betrayal of King Kaelin at Ostagar in 930 Dragon, the general became as reviled as he had once been revered. His manse in Garwin was looted and many of his personal possessions stolen, among them the armor he wore at the Battle of Riverdane. That's sad. That armor is said to have had special significance to the man. One peculiarity of the armor was a square red silk pin to one of the shoulder belts. For luck, Loghain once explained. We're just learning all about Loghain, aren't we? And King Merrick and all that. King Merrick therein, widely regarded as a hero by the Ferelden people for liberating the country from Elysian rule, disappeared at sea while en route to Wycombe in 925 Dragon. Really? He just disappeared? He was to attend a gathering of the Marcher Lords in an attempt to forge a union in the north, and when he failed to appear, the Free Marches fell back into a petty squabbling that they are infamous for. Taron Loghain spent almost 2 years searching for his lost friend, consuming much of the royal treasury and the majority of the Ferelden navy. The search was futile, and when Loghain claimed that Orlais had purposely sunk King Merrick's vessel in order to prevent Marcher unity, he was called off by his daughter Queen Honora and a united Banorn. It was time to mourn the king, they said, and so, in 927, Matthew's state funeral was held in Ditteram's chantry. To this day, rumors insist that Merrick is still alive, perhaps held in an Elysian prison somewhere. The lasting mystique has increased the value of his personal possessions, leading to the theft of several artifacts from the royal palace. Among these were the helmet said to have been worn by young Merrick at the disastrous Battle of Westhill. The Black Fox Jerkin. During the merriest part of the night in any tavern in the land, odds are good you'll hear one of the many tales of the Black Fox, which is basically Robin Hood. A scoundrel and a hero, the Black Fox's misadventures took him and his band throughout Thedas. He's blamed for many thefts, a few murders, a revolution, and almost a kingdom-wide civil war, but every one of his deeds were designed to thwart tyranny and oppression. The final tale of the Black Fox tells of him and his band searching for the sunken city of the elves deep in the forest of Arlathan, where he parted with his jerkin in a less than voluntary manner. Ew. Come on, why are these so long? Hood's message to the king. He wields a rebel's bow strung tight against Heartwood's strain too far. It's a tension that can't last, but it doesn't have to, for the cause must be won or lost while passions still burn. It's a powerful template for revolution, repeated many times across the Free Marches. But was it born on a battlefield or in rhetoric? The message to the king is where the stories usually diverge. Sometimes it's a plea for liberty taken to a tyrant's heart by the point of an arrow. More often, it's carried in the clatter of sacrifice as weapons fall to a country courtyard's cobbles. It depends on the audience. The young like their victories sudden and violent, while the old prefer something more cautionary. It may be that Hood is not as much of a person as a tactic, ushered to far horizons or the grave's embrace in order to protect conspirators. After all, how many deaths can he claim when one is the typical limit for a common man? But the tales return, time and again, across leagues and centuries. At a certain point, one hopes the name is symbolic, because allying with such a powerful power would bring its own problems and debts. From rebels or marchers, allegory and rebellion. Okay, I mean, we're almost done. Surely I can read the rest, huh? Let me drink some water. Jarvia's shank. When the Carter crime boss Barrett fell, his lover Jarvia fought off rivals, planting the shank in each of their hearts before she emerged as the group's undisputed leader. I didn't know she was his lover. For years, Jarvia used a mix of brutality, cunning, and blackmail to grow the Carter's power until it threatened the Diamond Quarter itself. When King Indran Adukin died, some whispered that Jarvia planned to force the Assembly to recognize the rights of Dusters and Orzammar. Others said she planned to overthrow the nobles entirely. The truth will never be known, though. She was killed in cold blood by the hero Ferelden. Yeah, she was. The lion's claws followed at every turn by the infamous outlaw Lady Rosamond, the ever-persistent Taron Loghain fielded an army to chase the bandit through the Kokari wilds. Really? Eventually she was captured near Barchamp. Bound, gagged, and in chains, she still managed to escape on the first night using thieves' tools concealed in these gloves. To this day, there is an unclaimed bounty on her head of 1,000 sovereigns. Whoa! The Rascal Scale by Coinheart. Strangest suit I ever made, the scale for the Fool Rascal. No second thought needed. A project I wanted to try for years. Obvious given my name, right? But I could never find a fool to wear his wealth as protection. This one, though, was daft as any surfacer and was paying 2 coins for each that I hammered. And that buys a smile and nod for any idiot. I guess he's something of a name in his own lands, this rascal, so I can't really question, and I did him my best like always. Damn lyrium weave left my fingers numb, though. No sword will get through that, I guarantee, but I'll bet his children are born pale. Ooh. What? Because lyrium was put into the armor? The Archon's blades, the Archon's guard of Sarin, are vilified throughout the lands. The chant depicts their cruel treatment of Andraste as one of the reasons the Maker turned his gaze from his creation. After Hisaran converted to Andraste's teaching, he's disbanded his guard and stripped them of their arms. Most of the guard's swords were destroyed, but a handful of the Archon's blades are still around. Perhaps one of the blades here drew the Prophet's blood as the Archon interrogated Andraste before her execution. Baragon the Bold... Beargrand the Bold was either a hero or a traitor, depending on how you look at it. Before exile was common among the dwarfs, only the most heinous crimes warranted a dwarf being stripped of house and sent to the surface. Beargrand codified and was banished on accusations of regicide after killing a dwarven king on the Proving Sands. Beargrand spat on the assembly that pronounced his sentence before strapping on his armor and leaving Gundar. Living on the surface, Beargrand's incredible fighting skills, tactical knowledge, and intellect built a naval empire centered in what would one day be Intiva. What? Dwarf helped build Intiva? His most enduring legacy was teaching human smith, engineers, and other crafters jealousy-guarded dwarven secrets. Cursed by dwarfs and hailed by humans, Beargrand became a figure of much controversy. As complicated as his life was, the story of Beargrand's armor is even more checkered. His armor has passed through many heroes' hands over the centuries. Despite the advantages it gave them, no hero using it ever survived to old age. Interesting. The edge of night. You never seen a lad so taken with an axe. He carried one of the old sodding things with him wherever he went, practicing day and night. He drove his mother to distraction, he did. Distraction. Even when he was fully raised into the warrior caste, he refused proper weapons. Said he had the feel of an axe, and that's all he needed. Over the years, he spent a small fortune having smiths layer enchantments on him. Oh, how others would sneer at those ancient things. Well, they did until Beargrand lopped off King Jarrick's head on the sands. Sad business, that. And Gundar was the poorer for it. And I'm not just talking about the king. Oh my god. The Empress Point. As one of the early rulers of contemporary Orlais, Empress Genevieve the First created many of the traditions and practices of the imperial court. She employed the bravest and most skilled swordsmen to her guard, the Empress's arm, and one of the main predecessors of the Chevaliers. Her guard was given a princely gift, an enchanted Cheventer blade. These blades were named for the Empress's darker side. When rivals overstepped their bounds, Genevieve was always quick to make them see her point. Ah, I see. I see. The Golden Prince raiment tells of Emile Deveroy, flourished amongst the Orlesian peasants. The dashing Golden Prince was a populist who raised a huge army from his common subjects by promising reform for the aging empire. Although he never won his imperial coronet, Lord Emile captured the hearts and minds of generations of Orlesian dreamers while wearing this golden armor. It is said that, as a young girl, even Empress Celeste was captivated by his stories. Now it's long. The ashen caresses. The charge of the Ash Warriors is a sight to behold, with hounds at their side and their fierce battle cries. The Ash Warriors have buckled the ranks of even stalwart veterans, and if the enemy line does hold, then the true test begins. Quill and ink is a poor medium to convey the sheer power of their rages. Despite the Ash Warriors' renown, several misconceptions persist. Some believe the mercenaries are predominantly Avar or chastened tradesmen. Certainly their armor evokes barbarian roots, but the men and women of the Ash Warriors are almost entirely civilized. In my travels as chronicler and surgeon, I spent several months with the Ash Warriors, although finding any willing to speak of their history was difficult. The stories I gradually elicited were chilling tales of hard men. One was an arsonist who joined the Ash Warriors on the gallows, another had committed fratricide, and another's dire past I dare not recount. In joining the Ash Warriors, their crimes were forgiven, almost like their Grey Wardens in a sense. For it was as if they were never born. Even in legal records, their old life is erased, contracts voided, marriages annulled, records of birth erased. In this, they are very much like the Dwarven Legion of the Dead, yet also that. Their new lives are dedicated to redemption and service. My first night with the band, I was so startled when they asked me to sing a few verses from the Chant of Light. Grim to a man and fearsomely garbed, yet they were as eager to hear the chant as the most faithful parishioner believer. I felt as the first missionaries must have, surrounded by barbarians. The more I learned of the Ash Warriors, the more questions I had. They are mercenaries who demand no pay, men with no past, consider the king's men, yet beholden to no one. I could have traveled with them for many years and still had many mysteries to uncover. Is this... Oh, I thought this was going to be Brother Genetivi, I'm not going to lie. The dogs of war. And then Velcorminth swung his mighty hammer, and the blow tore the Alamari band's head clean off. He lay crumbled beneath the war leader, and Velcorminth did shout, "You canine lovers, you who think you can defeat me, stand before me and my dogs. They are the dogs of war." He planted his blood-soaked hammer in the earth, and his enemies did quiver. But victory would not go to the Chassin that day, for Hafter approached and intoned, "I am Hafter, slayer of Darkspawn, leader of the Alamari. No dog nor wolf alive frightens me." And so they traded blows for 3 days and 3 nights. Bruised, bloody, and tired they grew. It was after 1,000 blows at Hafter's blade, Eusaris found Velcorminth's heart. Then Hafter spake. "I banished the Chassin from these plains. I have taken the greatest of your men from you and claimed his weapon as my own. If you ever rise against me or my sons, we will take more than that." And so to this very day, the Chassin never venture far from the wilds, and the children of Hafter still hold our lands free. Wow. Oh, I should have known these last few were going to be long. Hodberk of Gelgen the Faithful? I'm probably butchering that, but... Not all of the Alamari tribes flocked to Andraste, especially on the borders of the Kakari Wilds. Her words found scant purchase. Decades after her death, many Alamari held true to the gods of their ancestors. Missionaries braved these hard lands till they become martyrs of the faith. We've witnessed that in Origins as well, but I'm pretty sure it's just because of the Darkspawn. And so it was until the Alamari were embroiled in a bitter war for survival against the Chassins and Avars, when the leader of the Ash Warriors, Gelganig, received a vision of Andraste. The charismatic barbarian traveled throughout Ferelden, telling his tale and unifying the fractious bands around the world of the Maker. The Ash Warriors ever since have been fervent in their faith to the Maker. The Mountain Fathers have. The Frostbacks run red with barbarian blood. We found their sacred caves and claimed their most holy relics. When the soldiers came out of the mountain cave and brandished this weapon, the Avars rose up in a mighty furor. We had to put down every man, woman, and child. It was as if they'd gone rabid. Oh, what? Before they perished, their witch women pronounced a curse so vile and treasonous, 3 soldiers had to be whipped to re-establish discipline. Our guide says this acts as a sacred weapon, a weapon of the gods. We plan to march further into the mountains to defeat the last of the tribe. Surely there cannot be more than 1,000 left. I have every confidence that by next spring these barbarians will plague us no more. Then we can turn our attention fully to the Chassin and Alamari. Although this axe may look crude, I assure you that it is of enormous importance to these backwards people. Consider the first spoils of many. What the fuck? William's Bulwark. From the fair and deadly Lady Shayna to this faithful squire Sir Tillers, much is known of the companions of Calenhad, the first king of united Ferelden. But seldom do bards recount tales of Willem Halfear and the Ash Warriors. When noble Calenhad was trying to assemble a nation, he found himself greatly outnumbered by Terran Simeon's forces. It seemed a foregone conclusion that Calenhad would fall, but on the advice of Aldenon the Wise, Calenhad ventured deep into the Brazilian forest in search of allies. Those woods have a fearsome reputation, and after a fortnight of waiting for their liege to re-emerge, his men lost hope. And then Calenhad returned with William Halfear? Oh, it's Halfear by his side and the Ash Warriors behind him. Although the Ash Warriors' numbers were relatively few, they turned the tide of the Battle of the White Valley. Halfear and his men breached the enemy's van, allowing Calenhad and Lady Shayna to kill Terran Simeon and unite the land. Sitting at the Ash Warriors' campfire, listening to them tell of the prowess of William Halfear, it has become clear to me that his role in the formation of our kingdom is greatly underestimated. That was a lot of reading. I think I'm good. We're gonna do Repentance, like I said I was gonna do. Let me figure out who I'm gonna bring with me. Obviously Sebastian. But let me figure out the other party real quick. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna bring Aveline and then Anders along for this quest. I cannot believe I got stuck into reading. I wanted to read it all. I'm glad I did, but my throat. I had to get a cough drop. I guess my throat's really dry.
So, I never expected to be palling around with the captain of the guard.
We're not pals.
We're not? What about that time we painted each other's toenails?
Do you want something?
Love, life, and liberty. What more does a man need?
You're in a jolly mood.
Well, when you're here, I know you're not leading men into Darktown to arrest me.
Oh my god. Did I sell everything? I did. Cool. We got this cool outfit. I actually really like it. Let's go over and do... She answers sometimes to them when they talk to her. So that's cool. I really do like my Hawke with the bun as she's trying to like pose as a high society lady.
Good. Carry on.
She answered someone. Got something to say, Sebastian? No? Okay, let's go in and see let's demand answers as to why they attacked and killed Sebastian's family. I think we know why. Power, right? I mean, I think I remember how this quest ends. It's not good. And you wouldn't believe what the cause of it is.
The door's wide open.
Oh no, I might have to...
Single guard posted. This is not the Lady Harriman I remember.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reload because the textures aren't loading. I forgot that was happening. Hold on. Well, I don't know if this floor is just like this or not. I've reloaded twice now, so we're just gonna move forward. I definitely don't think the floor is supposed to be like this.
Very wrong in here.
Yeah, I don't think the floor is supposed to be like this, but what can I do?
More, you lazy son of a bitch! What's taking so long?
Flora?
Why does no one in this house care what I want? More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the
Who's she
dregs.
talking to?
She doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
You think it's the wine that's the problem? Hi.
More
Oh
lots.
god.
It must be molten. You, more coins. I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Please, Miss
What is happening?
There's nothing to fear. You'll be beautiful. Pour it over her.
What?
Don't. You'll kill her. He can't hear me.
Who are you allowing this happening? Punch him. There you go. Get out of this house, damn.
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
You don't fucking say. Flora Harriman's diary. First day of Harvestmere. Mother finally began her expansion to the state today. She brought in 2 dozen men from the Imperium who I'm sure were slaves, and they've been excavating the hillside behind the house. The dirt is awful and the noise must they shatter every rock in Kirkwall. It's been quiet since lunch, though, and Mother is behaving very strangely. She's now talking about stopping the expansion. Just like that, with no explanation? She never tells me anything. I wonder what they found. Oh no, I didn't bring Varric. Sebastian can't unlock stuff. Shit. I didn't think of that.
I visited this house often as a child. They could not have concealed such goings on.
Oh, you think this was going on for longer? Oh no, that's the way. It's up here. Flora Harriman's diary. 10th day of Harvestmere. Father's behaving so oddly. Today he pinched my buttocks. Ugh. Just reached around the table, and I can't imagine what would make him do such a thing, and to the servants' girls as well. Some of the things he says would truly make a sailor blush. I told the maids to lock up the wine, but it hasn't made any difference so far. I'm going to the chantry tonight to pray for him. Ew. Divine Justinia V. Formerly the revered Mother Dorothea of Orlais, Divine Justinia V rose to power after the death of Divine Beatrix III in the year 934 of Dragon Age. So if you guys remember, Dorothea was the mother, the revered mother, in Leliana's song in Dragon Age Origins. Little is known of Dorothea's background before she joined the Chantry as an initiate. Within the Grand Cathedral, rivals suggest that her reticence in discussing her past means she's hiding something. Few of her flock, however, can imagine her as anyone other than a gentle mother of obvious faith. When Beatrix III was felled by a massive stroke, she survived just long enough to put forth Dorothea's name as a candidate for her replacement. Grand clerics from throughout Thedas flocked to Orlais for the Grand Consensus, a private meeting between the heads of all chantries to select the new divine. The ritual demanded the decision be unanimous. Servants attending the consensus whispered of heated debate over Dorothea's suitability. Her worldly background and demonstrated forgiveness for sinners were held against her ultimately. However, the will of Beatrix III prevailed, and Dorothea began her reign as Justinia V. So now we know who the divine is. What's up here? What was that? The Vale family. Before the Vales came to power, Starkhaven was ruled in quick succession by a number of petty warlords. Some were genuine Banorn, and others were little more than bandits. Tired of the constant petty raiding and warfare between Starkhaven and the neighboring cities, the original Lord Vale organized a peaceful protest against King Ironfist, the low-born self-declared king of Starkhaven. Hundreds of Starkhaven's most prominent citizens fasted for 10 days and nights on the steps of the Chantry, their numbers increasing every day. When his soldiers began deserting in droves at this example of piety, Ironfist surrendered his sword to the Templars and left Starkhaven forever. In gratitude, the people of Starkhaven demanded that Lord Vale be king. He refused, however, saying he had no right to the title. He was instead proclaimed Prince of Starkhaven, and his family has ruled there ever since. They remained devout, dedicating at least one son or daughter per generation to become a cleric in the Chantry. And this time it was Sebastian's turn, because of everything he's done. Oh god. Oh.
Lower.
Ooh.
Lower. I beg your pardon, Hawke. I did not mean to expose
Why is
you.
Andrew smiling?
No. The feather. Use the feather.
I'm assuming this is the dad.
Where have you been all my life? Today, I am more than a man. Come, felicitate me.
Oh, God.
He has no idea we're here. I've known Ruxton Harriman my whole life. He's a complete prude.
And yet...
Where's your brother?
Oh, my God.
Let's ask him to join us.
Oh, my God. I like how Anders was happy and Aveline was shocked.
You know.
11th day of Hearthmere. What can be happening? First Father, now Brett? I can't talk to either of them anymore. I don't know what they're drinking, but they are lost in their own little worlds. And Mother doesn't care. Should she even be here? All she talks about is Starkhaven and marrying me off to that idiot Goran Vale. What madness has come to over this place?
They say about a man with big hands.
What do they say about a man with big hands?
You know what they say.
Fucking hell, Sebastian. I knew it. Okay, let's hope there wasn't a special item for him in there. So they let us, what I don't like is they let us do the ability points, but they won't let us do the attribute points. Why the hell would you not have full cunning already? Hi. Why can't I click on this dude? Oh, they're all here. Wow. How'd they do that?
Turn back. There is nothing here for you.
You're not in a strong negotiating position.
You shall not enter.
You shall not enter. Oh my god. Okay, I don't understand this part either. Did they die and become demons? Like, what happened? Oh, that's scary. Watch out, guys!
Demons, temptresses. We must see what greater evil they were protecting.
Is it because things aren't loading in properly? I don't know.
A ruin, so close to Hightown. I remember no such thing.
Yeah, this is a pretty big thing to miss, I'm gonna be honest. It looks really cool, though.
The shadows.
Where are you going, Hawke? Oh, no. Demons! Demons are afoot. Like, this is a pretty big place. Like, what do you mean? What's happening below Kirkwall? I asked once again. Oh!
Victory!
Any more? There's always more. 100% there's always more. Did you kill it? Jeez. Like, this place looks pretty cool in my opinion. That's the way to go. What's up here then? It kind of looks like the caves, yeah, with the Canary and all that, and the Storm Coast. The Storm Coast? The Wounded Coast. Thinking of Inquisition. But they redid it with some new stuff. Looks pretty good. And here's my favorite cave. With nothing in it. Don't know why they just block it off. Lots of bones. There are a lot of bones down here. There's two of them. Well, hi. Kill them, Sebastian. We good?
Teach you to mess with a mage.
Well, they're demons, so I'm assuming they mess with mages all the time. Do I have this on everyone? What's the way to go? Let me look over here first. Anything? Door blocked off? Okay. What's this way? Nothing? Another door that's blocked off? Okay. We will continue on. Like, this is a pretty cool little area, but there's so many bones. So many bones. Sebastian, why do you suck? Why didn't I bring Varric?
I don't want to do that.
Why didn't I bring Varric? Why did I think I could live without Varric? Ah. Just one there. Ah. Y'all just standing there? Y'all want to actually do something? Remember these things would kick our ass? I know I'm on normal, but still. Oh god, arcane horror. Speaking of kicking my... It's this blue shit. Stop fighting! Oh my god. Oh my god! That fucking... I was just being cocky. Look at me. I'm getting full of myself and then I fucking... Everyone almost dies. I think I need to put this here. For everyone. Like, what the hell? I know she doesn't need it, but what the hell? Like, what the fuck was that? And I could even have Anders, like, get us back up because he was also in it. Holy crap. Whatever that move was about. Fuck that move. That seems even worse than the pinned down one from Origins. Or like a dog or a beast or a spider or something would do it. The demon's gift! Before the first blight, there lived an old man and a woman. One day, a beautiful stranger came to their house seeking shelter. The old man and woman gave her food to eat and a downy mattress to sleep upon. In return, she offered them a golden mirror that would grant 3 wishes. Looking into the mirror, the woman frowned at her wrinkles and gray hair. "I wish I were young again," she said. Suddenly, the face of a lovely maiden stared back at her. The man angrily grabbed the mirror, saying, "You're so selfish. You could have given you to us both. I wish you weren't so stupid." At once, the woman was brilliant beyond measure, and saw that her husband had never loved her. He tolerated her only because of her age and ignorance made his own seem less by comparison. Angry now, the old woman grabbed for the mirror. At the same time, they both said, "I hate you. I wish that you get exactly what you deserve." With that, they were back together, both ugly and old, but now knowing exactly how much contempt they had for each other. What? Well, that sucks. Oh my god, the complex. I'm upset with Sebastian. The same way I would be upset at Zevran. This is a lot of fucking bones. Zevran, who couldn't unlock shit either. Oh boy, hi. Hello. Oh no, am I going to skip it again? It's loading weird.
Starkhaven will not submit. I put that idiot Goran Vale into the prince's seat, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
Wow.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep. You've already traded your husband and your children. What more can you offer?
Oh, wow.
At the Blooming Rose, 50 silvers standard for a hall.
Damn.
You'll hardly find my services standard.
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian.
Wow.
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished, but it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you
Oh, we
not?
do?
You both wish to rise.
Okay, time to die.
We'll hear no more from you.
Woo! Okay, I'm gonna petrify Allure. Stone her. Fuck off. God, like, what the hell? You didn't know I was a mage, did you?
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Allure's crook. Lady Harriman, she was a mage. That's it? You just want to pray for her soul? What's over there? Oh, this is also the Harriman's estate. Okay. Oh, wait, I leveled up. I leveled up. We're done with that. Oh, I have another specialization point. What level am I? 14? I could do Spirit Healer as well, but I'm probably not. Let's focus on this stuff. Unshakable. Nearly immune to knockdown or other effects that interrupt combat. Sure. Alright, let's continue. Let's go back to the estate then.
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Now we can loot that. Hi,
Sebastian.
Laura.
I am so sorry is such an inadequate word. When I think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
We were friends, Flora.
It's not her fault.
It was like a cloud came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
It certainly wasn't Flora. It was definitely her mother and the demon.
Did your mother order the attack on Sebastian's family? She did. You know Mother, Sebastian. She was always jealous of your parents. The demon twisted that until it was all she could think of. She was determined to seize Starkhaven for herself.
Jeez.
Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon? We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it.
Right. It is demons who should be feared, not mages.
Those ruins there were
They always gotta
unearthed
say
when
something.
We expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew. Don't blame your mother. The desire to make this happen. I doubt many people will be
No,
so
I
forgiving.
meant she wasn't to blame.
If it takes every last coin my family owns, I will make reparations to everyone we've wronged. Starting with you, Sebastian. We weren't the only ones vying for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
I'll tell you when I need you.
I didn't mean to say that it wasn't her mother's fault. It was definitely her mother's fault. Definitely, 100% her mother's fault. I meant to say it wasn't Flora's fault because she was just a victim. Oh. Well, I guess we return to the Chantry and I'll talk to Sebastian. I guess about the longbow, if not about this. I don't know why the textures aren't loading for this. It's very strange. This is not the way. I guess the others are okay. And they thought it was the wine doing it? I don't know what that was about.
I understand you are of noble birth.
My father was a chevalier. He had to flee Orlais when his patron was murdered.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have been suited for the life of an Orlesian noblewoman anyway.
But surely you wish it had been different. To be a lady of Orlais and not a city guardsman.
Not for one moment. I'd rather kill a bandit and save a merchant's family than know the correct dance steps and which rouge is in fashion.
Yeah, that's definitely not Aveline at all.
So you're a prince, are you?
That is apparently true.
There's doubt?
I've accepted the burden. That's all that matters. Why do you ask, guard captain?
The entitled types are always trouble.
In that case, I'm glad I don't count myself as one.
They never do.
What do you mean? Aveline. Anyway. Hi.
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the Desire Demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
Well...
Wash behind the ears. Evil usually gets stuck there.
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother.
Oh.
I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Aren't you your parents' heir?
I'm the youngest son of 3. My parents were rather traditional. They wanted the heir and the spare.
The heir and the spare.
I was left in the cold. They put me in the chantry to prevent my competing with my brothers.
You seem very dedicated to the chantry. You were put there against your will?
At first. But it was the best thing that could have happened. I was a wild boy, a shame to my family. The chantry made me a man. It's odd. When I wanted to rule, I would have been terrible at it. Now that I might be decent, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart.
It's the wisdom not to want power that lets you use it wisely.
You didn't feel what that demon stirred in me. It cannot be right to lead any army to Starkhaven with such doubt in my heart. I owe you more than I can say, Hawke. I will offer my service to you here before I move on.
Oh god, yeah, we can flirt.
Killing a few hundred more bandits ought to help you make up your mind.
You do have a unique way of working out your inner struggles, Hawke. Enough of this.
I sure do.
I will make no decision today.
Ah! Jesus. They all leveled up and that scared me. Oh my god, boy. I can't even get you to 30. That's annoying. That's annoying. Start getting her stuff. Thick skin. Knock down, stun, resist. Yes. You could also get his vengeance stuff. Well then. We also have to give him his bow. His bow, I guess. Oh god,
I think this is yours.
Cleric.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
It was
One
on
of the Flint Company men did some looting.
Yeah, it was on a dead guy.
I figured I'd return the favor.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
Oh yeah?
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
So is it yours?
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. But my parents pledged me to the chantry before I could show them.
Oh.
Were you and your grandfather close?
He was a man of the world, Prince of Starkhaven. But he had the most unshakable faith in the Maker. When my parents threatened to pledge me to the chantry, he told me he'd gladly trade his title for a life of contemplation. The Maker ordained a place for each of us, I remember him saying. We have only to serve.
Well... a post...
I'm sorry I never got a chance to meet them. To save them.
I know. You're a true friend, Hawke. You brought me this to remember and honor them. But if I could bring back our lowest servant by snapping it in half, I'd do it without regrets.
Yeah, it's really sad what happened, but honestly, I feel very indifferent to Sebastian. I don't think I even romanced him fully. I did start a playthrough to romance him. But I don't even know if he gets with you if he goes the chantry route. I don't know, but we got him on the friendship route, so that's cool. And I think I'm going to bring this episode to a close with all my shiny and untextured stuff. We met with all our companions, we read a lot of lore, we went back home, we divvied out all the special equipment, and we did Sebastian stuff. So he's all set until main story, I think. I'm going to be bringing this episode to a close. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.